Howdy, everybody. My name is Logan. I am the founder of Company AI. And today I'm kind of putting this little video together to go over the way conversational AI can be used to help door to door companies out. Um, I will just kind of timestamp where you can go to just kind of see the process of how we do it. But I kind of wanted to give a little bit of context about how we kind of got onto this and why this is making so much sense for companies, right? So just for a little bit of background, I came from the solar industry. I was in it for about 2 years. I work for one of the largest solar companies in the United States, right? They're a nationwide company. And I don't know, I'll say this much, and the reason I kind of got onto this conversational AI thing, why it made sense to me, was when I was in solar and I was always someone who loved looking at the canvassing map. I like to just kind of go over a neighborhood, look at all the interactions, and read notes, check out how many installs were in there, whatever. And the thing that was crazy is that you could do this anywhere, right? I could zoom into any hodank town wherever in the country, and there was interactions there, right? I mean, this is a company that, and granted, there's a lot of other companies out there just like this that have had been around for over a decade, thousands of sales reps, knocking over 50,000 doors a day. I mean, quite literally millions of interactions with homeowners, right? So to me, I always was like, there's just so many, high priority. Like I was always looking for the high priorities. Where are those at? I wanted to kind of knock those. And there was just, to me, I wanted to know if there would be a way to kind of go through and talk to those people, right? Granted, you always like you're in a neighborhood, you see a high priority or like an opportunity, maybe it was an appointment that got set, like you definitely want to hit that door, right? Why don't you have solar in your house? Yeah, you're a high priority. But it's not exactly always conducive to, I mean, definitely don't just spot knock and find high priorities, but also going through and just calling them, right? That would take forever and it just wouldn't be a great use of your time. But with that being said, I know how door to door goes, right? When I was in it, it was always, they didn't give you their money, they didn't set an appointment, like go to the next door, right? The one more, the next, go to the next mindset, which is fine. But with that, there's definitely still some meat on the bone that is left because we just kind of forget about it, right? So with this is kind of a tool to give companies, again, the ones that'll benefit the most from this are the ones that have a huge database of interactions. But essentially what you'll be able to do is take an area. I mean, you could take the entire metro of Houston if you wanted to, and circle the area, whatever, wherever it's at, mark it for your high priorities or appointment set opportunities, and export it as like an Excel file. And the AI can call every single one of these people at once, right? So you can kind of imagine the applicable use for that, especially as I said, for companies that have a huge onset of data. So I'll just kind of show like a demo, if you will, with one of our clients who said it was okay to kind of use their account. They're a much smaller company. They actually just started their door to door team this past summer in 2023. Very small team, only 5 to 10 guys. And this is kind of what this would essentially look like going if we were to go through and kind of siphon out those leads. What we kind of be looking at would be something like along these lines. So you would, and this is Spadio, and that's another thing too, is that not all companies, a lot of like the bigger companies I know have their own proprietary software that doesn't necessarily allow you to export like data list. So if that's the case, it might be something where we actually need to have a conversation with someone higher up to be able to do that. But if you have, I mean, anything like Spadio or Sales Rabbit, things like that, it shouldn't be an issue. But so here's kind of what this would look like. So again, 281 appointments. We'd filter it out by just the appointments. We would get this list here. And you could export this. So here and download it. So now you'll have the entire data list with all of their leads where they're at, where they're from. And yeah, so you would take that Excel file and you would go and upload it into the conversational AI framework, into the software. So I already kind of got one set up for them. So this is kind of ideally what it would look like. So we'll work together, change the script however you see fit, but you'll have, I mean, this is just kind of the one that we put together, but for the sake of this video, to kind of hear it like talk as a demo. So you'll have like the data of who came by or street, like whatever we want it to say. It can say anything and do whatever we want, but just for the sake of this, October, guy named Tyler. Are you still over on 10th Street? Okay, save it. And we will call myself, I guess. All right, I'm going to call here from California.
Hey, Logan.
Hi, who's this?
Hey, it's just James. I'm just having a free second. Wanted to give you a call. You may or may not remember back in October, a guy named Tyler coming by and knocking on the door. Are you still over on 10th Street?
Yeah, we're still over there.
Great. Yeah, I am with No Name Solar. I kind of just do the account management and the books. I wanted to reach out, Logan, because I was going through our solar CAD designs generated last year, and it looked like we created one for your home, but never got it to you. It might be able to help out. Looks like the notes here say you mentioned something about how the electric costs have been going up. Is that still a problem for you guys?
So not my favorite script, to be honest, but definitely something that we'd put together with you. And, you know, so with that, that's kind of what it would do. So it would be able to have those conversations with however many people, wherever you're at, whatever you want to do with it, right? And I guess in my mind, how I kind of see it again is like a person could probably do a better phone call than that, but is a person going to make these phone calls, right? The answer 99 times out of 100 is probably no. So, I mean, just taking leads from 2015 to 2020 and this thing can go through and call it, right? It's just going to be another avenue of business, right? Because no one else is going to be going back there and doing that. So that's really kind of the main value add for this, is that it is going to be able to make a lot of those calls for you that you're not already kind of making. So with that, that's kind of the general idea, again, is that we're able to take leads from the software that you already have, and we're able to just run them through our AI, and it can hopefully book up your calendars with appointments. Again, this can be used for whatever industry. In my mind, again, just coming from door to door, I knew that this would be a huge tool for companies that have a lot of information. So that's kind of the idea of it. And to kind of expound a little bit more about what we're trying to do here at Company AI and how we envision this going, because a lot of people are certainly skeptical of newer technology and not, super forthright and coming out and trying new things. So what kind of made the most sense to us was something that we could offer at a very, 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 very low cost. And when I say low cost, essentially nothing, is that the incentive for this to perform well for you guys is that it's the only way that we would be getting paid. What I mean by that is that we kind of figured what would make sense is that you bring us on as you would any other sales rep for your company, right? 1099, you're only paid on commission. You're only paid for what you sell. And that way, you're not out any risk by bringing us on and doing this for you. Now, if you want to do it yourself, we can absolutely 100% provide the training and the videos of how to do that. And maybe in that case, we can discuss just a price if you want to be kind of more hands-off. But yeah, with that being said, I mean, 1000%, I think we see a lot of value in if we were able to come in, implement this for your company, and be able to just generate business for you. Ideally, we wouldn't need to be closing them per se because we kind of, again, want to be doing this, but we do also have internal closers who can close for pretty much any industry as well, closing virtually. So if you don't have a team like in the area that we're calling from, we can also close those ourselves as well. But totally up to you guys how you think that would make the most sense. So we're definitely just interested in the conversations with those who could see value in something like this. So with that being said, you guys, I appreciate you so much for watching.